Dr. Makhanlal Bindru was a respected member of the community in Kashmir. He had not left Kashmir even at the height of terrorism in 1990s when thousands of Kashmiri Pandits were evicted from the valley. He was after all a doctor. He was dispensing good health and medicines. But terrorists killed him at point blank range at his pharmacy late yesterday. Another street cart vendor, Virendra Paswan from Bhagalpur in Bihar, was also killed at point blank range. Is this a sinister signal being sent out to Hindus in Kashmir? Ashraf Wani gets us more.
Makhanlal Bindru, 68 years old, a well-known pharmacy owner in downtown Srinagar. One of the few in his Kashmiri Pandit community who did not flee Kashmir after militancy and terrorism began in the valley. Bindru was assassinated by terrorists on Tuesday. He was shot by assailants from point-blank range while he was at his popular pharmacy, Bindru Medicate, dispensing medicines. He was rushed to a hospital but was declared dead. A murder by terrorists that has shaken the Kashmir Valley afresh. Along with his wife, Bindru had chosen to remain in his beloved state and not bow down to the blood-drenched purge that drove out nearly all Kashmiri Pandits. Bindru fell to the very bullets he stood up against 3 decades ago. Pakistan-backed terror group the Resistance Front, an affiliate of the Lashkar-e-Taiba, has claimed credit for the cowardly killing.
I'm an associate professor. I've started from zero level. My father started from a bicycle. My brother, he's a famous diabetologist. My mother, she sits on the shop, a female lady. That is what Makhanlal Bindru made us. A Kashmiri Pandit, he will never die. You can just kill the body.
A family that bravely chose to live under the shadow of incessant threat, now paying the ultimate price.
ये करने से आपने अल्लाह को पाया नहीं, आपने जहन्नम का दरवाजा अपने लिए खोल दिया क्योंकि आपने किसी नेक फरिश्ते इंसान को मारा है जिसके बीवी बच्चे पोते पोतियां सब रो रहे हैं।
जिस कश्मीर को खून से सींचा वो कश्मीर हमारा है।
In Jammu, displaced Kashmiri Pandits have been staging protests against the killing of Bindru and 2 other civilians on Tuesday evening. Raising slogans against Pakistan and terrorists, the protesters have also castigated the government for failing to protect the handful of Pandits who are left in the valley.
Killing of 3 civilians, including a renowned Kashmiri Pandit chemist Makhanlal Bindru in the Kashmir Valley last evening, has sent shockwaves across the country. Here in the streets of Jammu, you can see that displaced Kashmiri Pandits are staging protests against Pakistan terrorists as well as against the government. The displaced Kashmiri Pandits are raising slogans against Pakistan, and they are also castigating the government for failing to protect the Kashmiri Pandits who are left in the Kashmir Valley. They are saying that on one hand, the government makes big claims about the honorable and dignified return of the Kashmiri Pandits, and on the other hand, the Kashmiri Pandits who are left in the Kashmir Valley are being killed by the terrorists.
Of the nearly 1.5 lakh Kashmiri Pandits who lived in the Kashmir Valley, over 1 lakh were forced to leave starting in 1990, with many hundreds losing their lives. Makhanlal Bindru, who was a young man when the militancy began, had shown great nerve in remaining on his land with his young family. The loss of Bindru, mourned by politicians across the spectrum in Jammu and Kashmir.
बदकिस्मती की बात है, ये कश्मीरी पंडित की नहीं, ये कश्मीरी की डेथ हुई है। ये हम सब के लिए शर्म की बात है। इस आदमी ने किन हालात में हमारी खिदमत की, ये हमारे लिए शर्म की बात है। खुदा रहा जो लोग ये कर रहे हैं वो समझ जाएं, इससे कुछ हासिल नहीं होने वाला है।
The killing of Makhanlal, a prominent, well-regarded, peace-loving, unarmed Kashmiri Pandit in the heart of Srinagar, has aggravated wounds that refuse to heal. With Ashraf Wani in Srinagar and Sunil G. Bhatt in Jammu, Bureau Report, India Today.
And in Afghanistan, senior Taliban commander Anas Haqqani, a part of Pakistan-backed Haqqani network, visited the tomb of invader Mahmud of Ghazni, who had attacked the Somnath temple repeatedly and praised Mahmud Ghaznavi. Now, Anas Haqqani is the younger brother of Taliban's Interior Minister Sirajuddin Haqqani, and he praised Mahmud Ghaznavi, calling him a renowned Muslim warrior. He tweeted pictures of visiting the tomb, saying, and I quote, "We visited the shrine of Sultan Mahmud Ghaznavi, a renowned Muslim warrior and mujahid of the 10th century. Ghaznavi established a strong Muslim rule in the region from Ghazni and smashed the idol of Somnath." Unquote. Historians say Mahmud Ghazni attacked the Somnath temple 17 times and looted its wealth. The contemporary Somnath temple's reconstruction was started on the orders of the first Home Minister of independent India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and was completed in 1951. Incidentally, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the chairman of the Sri Somnath Mandir Trust. Let's listen in to the Prime Minister talking about the significance of the Somnath temple.
हमारे यहाँ जिन 12 ज्योतिर्लिंगों की स्थापना की गई है, उनकी शुरुआत सौराष्ट्रे सोमनाथम के साथ सोमनाथ मंदिर से ही होती है.
Incidentally, it was the Jat regiment of the British Indian Army that had recovered the silver and gold doors of the Somnath temple that had been plundered by Mahmud Ghazni, and they brought it back to India. Listen in.
1842 में बैटल ऑफ काबुल की जो आखिरी स्टेजेस थी, जिस टाइम काबुल को कैप्चर किया जा रहा था, उस वक्त हमारी रेजिमेंट ने उस दौरान एक बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट जो अपना रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी थी वो निभाई थी. उस टाइम गवर्नर जनरल लॉर्ड एलन बोरो एंड ब्रिगेडियर नॉट जो है उस टाइम फोर्स कमांडर थे, उनके अंडर 43 बंगाल इन्फेंट्री और 2 MEC जो कि 1 जाट लाइट इन्फेंट्री लेटर ऑन, उन्होंने इन गेट्स को कैप्चर करके जो बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट अपना जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी थी उसको पूरा किया था. 6 जाट इन्फेंट्री ने उन गेट्स को लेके काबुल से लेके वो गेट्स को वापस इंडिया में लाया गया था.
Now coming back to Kashmir, what did that young lady doctor say whose father was shot dead by terrorists? She said, gunmen may have killed a body, but not the spirit. Dr. Shraddha Brindru said very bravely this after multiple bullets were pumped into her father by terrorists. The question on India first: is there a systematic effort to wipe out Hindus from Kashmir? Are Pakistan state-sponsored terror, and those who profited from terror in Jammu and Kashmir, are they all scared of return of normalcy in Jammu and Kashmir? Joining me on India First is Professor Rakesh Sinha. He's a Rajya Sabha MP and a member of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Home. Zeenat Shaukat Ali is the Director General of World Institute of Islamic Studies. She joins me on the broadcast. And Majid Haidari is a Kashmiri activist. He joins me on the show. Majid Haidari, 1990 saw the ethnic cleansing of Hindus in Kashmir. Thousands killed and forced to leave their homes. Are these killings, in your view, aimed to ensure that Kashmiri Hindus don't return?
Well, Gaurav sir, firstly, my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family and my salute to that rock-strong man, Makhan Lal Bindru, who stayed back in Kashmir in 90s only to serve the people of Kashmir. And he was an icon of communal harmony, I would say, because the Muslims in Kashmir would prefer to buy medicines from this person. He was like the Sanjeevani Booty for the people of Kashmir. But why he got killed, and you say, is there a systematic design? Well, yes, there could be a systematic design and radicalization, because we have a Hafazat administration in Jammu and Kashmir. The government is focusing only on 3 things: music, singing and dancing. They don't know how to safeguard the lives of their people. Why did Bindru get killed when very recently 2 Kashmiri Pandits had been killed? Why is there such a kind of apprehension that every life is at stake? And it was not only Bindru getting killed. 5 people have been killed in Kashmir in the last 3 days, yes. 4 of whom are Muslims. So let's not give it a communal color. We should say that government is failing. And when you compare it with Taliban, let me tell you that Taliban never tell anybody who is a non-Muslim that Afghanistan mein rehna hoga, Allahu Akbar kehna hoga. But we have that kind of a situation in our country.
Oh, Taliban does not say Afghanistan में रहना होगा, Allah Akbar कहना होगा. Okay, so now you are batting for Taliban also. In our country now, Majid Hydari bats for Taliban. Okay, let me then take this to Professor Rakesh Sinha.
For 70 rupees per liter.
Okay,
Our government sells it for
Professor
100 rupees.
Professor Rakesh Sinha, tricolor at Lal Chowk, thousands of tourists in the valley, zero response to Bandh calls. All of this deceptive. Majid Hydari says that Taliban also does not force anyone to say Allahu Akbar in Majid Hydari's view. How do you see the spate of recent killings in Kashmir?
I am not surprised at all Majid Hydari's statement, because we are not addressing the root of the problem. On the one hand, the people pay homage to the martyr Bindru and like other martyrs or who are being killed. On the other hand, they are not ready to discuss why this problem is arising. When the central government and the state government is giving all the necessary facility to the citizens of Jammu and Kashmir, and each and every individual, even the grassroots individuals, are being empowered at the panchayat level, the new leadership is emerging, and there is a complete normalcy in the state. At the same time, when such radical incidents take place, they try to escape from the root cause of the problem. Root cause of the problem is that if you are not going to democratize your religion,
okay,
if you are not going to say that scriptures can't guide the millions of the people, billion of the people, then you are not resolving the problem. In Taliban, you just see the Taliban's rule, what they are doing. They are abusing women. In the history of modern world, there had never been such an occasion that women at large being abused, and Majid Hydari says Allah Akbar nahi karna hoga. What they believe in a spiritual pluralism?
No,
do they believe in the spiritual democracy? And Majid Hydari, I am telling you,
you know, what world does he live in when gurdwaras are being targeted in Afghanistan, when Sikhs have been massacred in Taliban by terrorists in Afghanistan? But let me bring in Zeenat Shaukat Ali. Ma'am, in your appreciation, is this an attempt to terrorize Hindus? The message to Pandits, don't even think of returning, and those who may want to come either for tourism or even to earn money. I mean, there's a poor street vendor, golgappe bechne wala, ready par, usko point blank range par maar diya. What is it that these terrorists want to achieve? Ma'am, your appreciation of the situation.
I think, Rahul, I tend to agree with you. This entire divide that is there in the minds of people, that, you know, everyone cannot live there together in harmony. What was the message of this great lady, to whom I give a salute, you know, Shraddha ji, who has given this message of peace? Now, this is what they want to take away, and this is what they want to divide, and this is what they want to chase people out. This is not the way, and it is absolutely incorrect. First of all, I want to say, I would like to condemn this absolutely shocking murder, you know, this terrorist killing at point blank range of a very peaceful, of a citizen who sold medicines and who was very loved equally by the Muslims as well as the Hindus, who saved lives. Now, this kind of an attitude and approach is not acceptable. And whoever has done it, and whatever their reasons is, we have to see to it that both the Pandits and the Muslims survive together. This is India for you.
Absolutely. That is the India that we want. But is that the India that we are getting in Kashmir Valley, where Pandits are being systematically targeted, Hindus are being targeted? Majid Hydari, Kashmir was known for Kashmiriyat. Kashmir was known for a composite culture, Sufi tradition that we so read about. But in the past decades, and since you've grown up there, has there been a systematic effort to wipe this out and to ensure normalcy does not return, sir?
Well, firstly, much like Dr. Shraddha Bindru, Priyanka Gandhi is also daughter of a martyr. And we see how BJP deals with the daughters of martyrs. We have seen it in case very recently.
Sir, you don't want to answer on Kashmir. You want to go left, you want to go right. I have asked you very specifically on Kashmir, what's happening in Kashmir? Or do you want to continue to shield those who are killing Kashmiriyat? Because, or are you also scared, God forbid, that those elements will also go after those who may target them? Go on, sir.
Sir, everybody is insecure in Kashmir. Everybody has a threat to life because government has created such a insecure environment that
Government
everybody
has
has a-
created. You will not say anything about Pakistan state-sponsored terror. You will not say anything about Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. Is there a reason for it, sir? Because
No,
when
no,
it
sir.
comes to government, I will question Dr. Rakesh Sinha. I will question Dr. Rakesh Sinha. But would you want to even look? I don't want you to feel nervous or tense about any aspect. I don't want to compel you to say anything, but only if it comes from within you, sir.
No, if you let me speak, why does government allow these things to happen? Where is our government? What is the role of the government? Why do we always have a debate on Kashmir where we have to either condone the killings or condemn the killings? Can you ever have a Kashmir where you have a debate that we have done something good for the people of Kashmir or people of Kashmir are happy? No, it never happens.
Sir, we've done
And
many
it-
of those debates. Perhaps you may have chosen not to join us on those debates. But again, you are digressing from the issue today. And I completely appreciate your point. And Dr. Rakesh Sinha, people are scared. It's not the writ of the government. It may well be the writ of Pakistan's ISI, of Lashkar-e-Taiba, of Jaish-e-Mohammed that still runs in Jammu and Kashmir. Is that what is the problem in Kashmir? I mean, despite having our army, our police, our security forces, the writ of government does not run. Is that the big apprehension? You know, give me a moment and as I try to reestablish that link. But Zinat Shaukat Ali, some time back we had Afrasiab Khatak. He's a former Pakistani senator. At a literature festival in Pakistan, he had said that ISI had a Taliban project. Destroy Afghan culture, destroy the Pashtun way of life in Afghanistan and focus only on radical Islamist terror. Ma'am, do you see the same template in Jammu and Kashmir? Destroy Kashmiriyat. Is Pakistan following that template?
I do. That's what I need to say, that I do see that. And this is, this is a very, very, serious and a very dangerous kind of a situation that is now coming about through Pakistan and through the Jaish-e-Mohammed and through the Lashkar-e-Taiba. I want to share with you, Rahul, that I am doing a piece on the Taliban and I have been working at it for the last 1 week. And let me tell you, I am totally and absolutely horrified because they have learned, the Mujahideens have learned from them. They have come from Kashmir. And they're completely illiterate people. They're not educated in any fashion. They're just students. So now, when you have this kind of a dangerous kind of a person, ignoramus people standing up and talking, in terms of, very high ideals and values that religion has given, whether it be Hinduism, whether it be Islam or any religion, and I can speak for Islam, that Islam has given us very high values and extremely high, approaches, especially to saving life. There is a verse in the Quran which says, if you save one innocent life, it is as if you save all mankind. And if you kill one innocent person, it's as if you have killed all mankind. And if you save
This is
one
exactly what terrorists have done. Misused religion to kill an innocent person and not just one. Even, M.L. Bindru was killed, Virender Paswan was killed, Muhammad Shafi was killed. So, Majid Haidri. Do you see a parallel? Destroy Kashmiriyat, destroy Afghaniyat, Pakistan ISI template in two countries. And you've had, Bob Blackwell, a UK MP, Majid Haidri, who said, but for the Indian army, Kashmir would have become Afghanistan under Taliban.
Sir, before replying to your question, let me clear the air about what Zinat Sahiba said, that it was Muslim rulers of India who consolidated India into one nation.
I will get, Rakesh Sinha to respond to that, but let's stay on the issue. Sir, answer the question I asked you. I've asked you about Pakistan ISI game plan and strategy. Kashmiriyat ko destroy karo Kashmir mein, Afghaniyat ko destroy karo Afghanistan mein. Do you see that happening?
Now let me look at it through the prism of Chanakya policy. If we have an enemy, why can't we be friends with Taliban? What is the problem? Is this only because they are Muslim rulers that we are
Really?
scared of them?
Really? I mean, kuch to dimag lagao. We are friends with the government of Afghanistan. Taliban are being, Haqqani network is a proxy of ISI. You want us to be friends with proxy of ISI? Professor Rakesh Sinha? Professor Rakesh Sinha?
And UNSC accept Taliban as the state actors. Government of India does not say they are terrorists. Government of India says they are state
Professor Rakesh Sinha, please respond, sir. माजिद हैदरी,
Gaurav,
जितना बैटिंग आप
he is
करते हो
showing
तालिबान के लिए
solidarity.
किसी ने नहीं की होगी अब तक. But please respond, Professor Rakesh Sinha.
Not only he, there are a large number of Indian Muslims who are showing directly, indirectly solidarity with the Taliban. Taliban is not a government. Taliban is not a state. Taliban is an idea. That idea is the coercion of human right, coercion of the spiritual pluralism, and the attack on the dignity of women. The person who supports Taliban, he cannot pay homage to Bindru, because on the one hand you are supporting Taliban, on the other hand you are saying this is a unfortunate killing. The reason of killing is that you believe in an ideology which that ideology does not subscribe to the religious pluralism. Unless until you subscribe to religious pluralism, spiritual democracy, you cannot give peace and harmony in Kashmir. As far Kashmir is concerned, Gaurav, more than 250 parliamentarians have visited Kashmir last 2 months.
Okay.
Many of them belonging to opposition parties visited with their entire family. The number of family 10, 15 for
Okay.
one region or other. And they moved from this part to that part in Srinagar freely, no security. I personally visited Kashmir without any security. I moved from here and there.
Okay.
Many people went to Lal Chowk and they have their photography and selfie there.
Yes.
And I found the first time that Kashmir is in complete normalcy, but there is a vestige of radicalism there. And vestige
This
that we have to fight
radicalism
against
is
that
the
vestige.
threat.
But
I've
the
run out
problem
of
is
time
that
on the show today, Professor Sinha, Zeenat Shaukat Ali and Majid Haidari, but I will revisit this story in the days and weeks ahead, because as Bob Blackwell said, it is very important to ensure that Kashmir does not become Afghanistan. He thinks it's the Indian army. I think it's the Indian people. The people of this country will ensure Taliban does not succeed, or that mindset does not succeed. That is all I have time for on India First. On the other side of a quick break, SL Group Chairman Subhash Chandra speaks exclusively to India Today. Business Today with Abha Bakaya coming up.